Hola Cultureros, welcome back to Atleti Fanatics, and we are back from last night's interesting match, I would say. I think it was a very bad match for a Tottenham fan for sure, but for us Atleti fans, I think like we had a good game. So we're gonna talk about that match in detail right now in this review. So just before that, just like and subscribe this video and share it with your friends, and then let's create a big athletic community. And then also, you guys can help us. Uh, you guys can help us by becoming a member of this channel and also with the super chats as well, and so that we can get rid of that duck like I mentioned last time as well on the top right corner. And then without any further delay, guys, the initial thoughts from yesterday's match from you guys before I give mine.
Me first or Fran?
You.
Okay. A bigger margin of victory than I thought. There was a little bit of anxiety that I had going into the game where there's almost will Atleti pull a really stupid move here and lose in the dumbest way possible. Or something like that, or do we whatever. But I think we played well, but obviously there are a few things that you wish changed differently. I really wish we had that clean sheet. I truly wish we had that clean sheet. But all things considered, 5 goals is not something to scoff at, and I think it sets a good standard for Atletico in the Champions League and hopefully going forward as well. So yeah.
Fran?
At the start, I wasn't that confident, Lenormand being there, and I thought Tottenham played pretty much their strongest 11, but I was a bit negative. It's Tottenham. They are fighting a relegation battle. We need to score 5 goals against them, but I thought it was an amazing game. I really enjoyed it, but that bittersweet taste you have left because we conceded 2 goals. I mean, it's still a 3-goal margin, so I don't think anything bad will happen in the second leg. But at least we saw an amazing performance from Julián and Griezmann, which clearly the standout. Our defenders were pretty good, except for Lenormand, And
I mean, he scored the goal.
Okay, he also was the big reason we conceded one of those goals, But Johnny was amazing, and overall, big UCL night where we scored 5 goals. I can't be too sad, But yeah, no, that I really liked how we played because we pretty much did the same thing we did against Barcelona, where we were incredibly aggressive. We were constantly attacking, and it was evident that this was the way to play because they don't have the most technical midfielders or even defenders, and being aggressive was the key. But yeah, I really don't have that much to say now that I think about it. But it was a great game.
I see your title, Alex, is Kinský the supporter. I do feel bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just coming to him. Yeah, I was just coming to him. I mean, like, I really feel like if you're a Tottenham fan watching this, so like, I mean, like, I know like you guys are all like against Kinský right now, and I think like more against Igor Tudor. But for me, like Kinský, like I didn't really like how Tudor treated him. Again, this is I'm saying as an opposition fan, obviously, but. I think first of all, like you start him in a very intense match, and coming to Metropolitano is not an easy stadium. Again, we know how Atleti fans are, like we don't make anything easy for anyone. So again, it's a very very high intense match, and then obviously there will be some nervousness around, and then he just made 2 mistakes. Yes, but at least wait for first half to change him, or even if you're changing him, at least console him. Like there was no reaction from Tudor. He just ignored Igor Tudor just ignored him, and that's not the right way to go forward. I mean, like you're the one who put him in that place in the first position only, to drop Vicario and play him. So again, it's like for Kinský, I just want to say, like like I hope he comes back stronger, and like you could also see like Atleti fans applauding him while he left, which is very very rare thing to see, because we don't make it easy for any opposition player coming to Metropolitano. And unless and until like you played for our club, for example, Conor Gallagher, like he received a standing ovation from the fans, applause from the fans, because again, Gallagher used to be a fan favorite at this club. So that's pretty normal. But for an opposition player, like, with whom we have no relationship whatsoever, uploading that player, so it's very, very rare, Metropolitano uploading for a player, because I think even the fans felt it, like, the kid is not having a good time in the stadium. So just to, like, for his, what do you call it, for his confidence, they applauded him so that like
Wait,
he doesn't feel that bad.
how old is he? Or 22 years
He,
old.
he's
Poor
22.
guy.
Exactly, at the start of his career as well at a big club. So I hope things go right for him. But unfortunately, they play Liverpool on the weekend, so it's not going to be an easy road,
If
obviously, from here.
if I could say anything positive about it, is I distinctly remember Sviar being getting his debut in Benfica against, I think, is Man United.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, terrible game from him. Then he went to Roma with Mourinho, and I didn't expect him to become as good as he has been for Roma. So it's not the end of the world. Keepers have a very different timeline when it comes to quality and whether or not you can get your confidence back and be as good as you are. So not the end. He's shown good enough to get to Tottenham. Hopefully, he'll get to a different place and become who I think. Well, I don't know if it's a different place, but he'll become who he needs to be. If that makes sense.
Well, I saw because you know young goalkeepers make mistake often because that's what they do. They need experience. It's very tough being a starting goalkeeper at so young. And someone on Twitter I saw mentioned the story of Robert Enke. So that guy was fighting depression and ended up. So we need to protect these players that make these mistakes because it's tough for them.
True, but anyway, moving on to the match now. I have mixed feelings for this, but anyway, guys, I think my prediction was almost right. I said like a 3-0, three goal difference. We
Almost
are
right.
we are ending up
Not
on a three
even
goal
a
difference.
bit right.
I mean,
No,
we are ending up on a 3 goal difference. Come on, guys, we're
no.
ending up on a 3 goal
That
difference.
game ended with 7 goals in total. You were 4 goals off, man.
I mean, the difference was right. The difference was right.
No.
But anyway, now all jokes aside, like Kick said a 3-1, France said a 3-1 as well, and I said a three
No,
zero.
Saint-Kick said
So
something else. Saint-Kick
I
didn't say
said,
3-1.
I will say 3-1, but I want to say 4-1, but I feel like that's rude. That's what I said.
he said 3-1. Fran, you also
Oh,
said
yeah?
3-1.
Oh, okay.
See,
We have the
so
tape, Alex. We have the tape.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like you guys had a 2 goal difference, I had a 3 goal difference, and then again at the end, no, I'm not like you claim me any credit. Like
The
yeah,
point
I
is,
lost.
let's move on. Let's
But
move on. Let's move on.
yeah,
Let's move
We
moving
on.
on.
had
But
we
my
had
point is,
Tottenham scoring. We had Tottenham scoring.
yeah,
You didn't.
yeah,
We're
fine. I'm not
closer.
we're not taking any points for that. I'm just making my point. So like my point is, like we were all happy with the 2 goal difference or the 3 goal difference. That's what my point is. Like I know, like like the 5-2 like leaves a kind of a bitter taste for sure, but like I think we were all happy with the 3 goal difference. So, and I also said that like like it'll be decided in the second leg of the match. But the point is, I think like we just have to score 1 goal in London, and I think the tie will be over. For me, the
But
tie is still there, but I think we still have to score one more goal. And also the fact that like I don't know yet. I don't know if the Tottenham fans will turn up at the stadium or not. Because what happened in Crystal Palace, the stadium went empty before first half only. They play Liverpool next, which is again with Romero and Palhinha out. You don't know what's gonna happen. I mean,
yeah,
like
but
we all know
think
like Liverpool are favorites to win that one as well. So I don't know if like fans will turn up at the stadium in London, and if we score 1 goal, I also know that if we just score 1 goal in the first half, the tie is over. The fans will leave the stadium, and that's it. The tie is over, literally. And then there's no home support for Tottenham as well. So we can have an easy game in London. That's what I believe. But again, we need one more goal to kill the tie. But anyway, moving on from it. I think we have good news as well. We have bad news as well. And the good news is, I think our players have started to pick up form at the right time of the season where we actually need them. The last season, the same month in March, we saw a dip in form from Griezmann, which really affected our, we were in three competitions, which really affected our season. And then Cookie got injured as well. Right now, I mean, Rodrigo Mendoza is injured for sure, but like Pablo Barca is back as well at the right time. Johnny Cardoso is finding his feet at Atletico de Madrid at the right time. Julián Álvarez is getting back into the form at the right time. Griezmann is in the form at the right time as well. Last time it was opposite. Llorente is in form at the
You
right
can
time.
tell by his hair. Last season, he had his hair shaggy and all over the place, and this time he has it blue and short. That's the difference.
Exactly. That assist to Julian Alvarez, that was delicate. Like the way I mean, the ball was very high. The way he literally lays it off to Julian Alvarez, it's like he catches the ball with his hand,
Right
play
into
it
his
like this.
stride too. Fantastic.
Exactly, play it like this. Like such a perfect assist. I was saying Oblak assist, but no, I think like it's more than like we are underestimating that touch from Griezmann. But and also talking about like guys, thank you so much whoever joined us for the live watch along. And I have one more news today. I'll do a hate watch for the Real Man City game. I don't know if Fran or Keeks would like to join or not, but I'm definitely doing a hate watch tonight. But anyway, let's just talk about the first half right now, guys, because I think I have a few things to talk about for sure. But let's just talk about the first half right now. Keeks, you wanna add anything for the first half?
Sure. I think I'll start off with the lineup, which was, I think we were all kind of fearing the possibility of Lenormand starting after seeing in the press conference. Our fears will realize after seeing him in the lineup. He is on a list of players who has an innate level of danger when it comes to the backline. Him, Longley, Molina, all players I don't feel particularly comfortable with anytime I see them in the lineup. There are circumstances where I think all three can be potentially useful depending on the team, but they're too limited to really be using them, especially in games like this. I don't care how bad Tottenham is in terms of their form. You kind of see in that same first half why exactly we were a little bit scared to see him come in. And so said so. As much as he scored a goal, happy for him. Props. Very much a cause for the goal that Tottenham scored. Easily clearable. Richarlison is right next to you. Just make the challenge. But it gets to Ruggieri. Ruggieri's not there in time. And sorry, not Ruggieri. Sorry, I should say Poro. Ruggieri can't make it in time. Easy goal. You leave Oblak with nothing. You know what I mean? Like these are these moments where it's just like I don't like it because you don't offer enough. He's not particularly good passing, not particularly good at these other things. But I don't want to be too negative. Pubil had a good game at the right back, but I didn't think I got to see him feature enough going forward, where you would usually see when you think of the Inter Milan game, that overlapping runs, the good passing, the crossing. Didn't get to see enough of that, I think. Outside of that, I quite liked the 11. I was a little both pleasantly and not so pleasantly surprised by Llorente midfield. I think he played really, really well. Didn't expect him to play as well as he did, but I don't also think Tottenham have a particularly strong midfield either. So, but great stuff from everyone involved. I think I don't know what to say. Griezmann and
I don't
Alvarez.
know why. I don't know why Johnny Cardoso is like so less rated over here. Like for me, Johnny Cardoso had a very good game. I don't know why it's like so less rated over here.
Foot Mob does a lot of stuff based off of duels won. So I think it said he had like 3 duels won out of like 10 or something. For me, it felt like way more because he did a lot of the defensive contributions. But that's how Foot Mob does the rating.
He had 3 duels won out of 10.
Yeah, but it felt like he was constantly shutting down Tottenham's chances of getting any sort of we call it real counterattacks, especially in that first half. Highest distance covered with 12 kilometers.
No, that's what Johnny does best. When you're established in the opposition half, he's the best player to cut transitions. That's his best role. But for that, we have to dominate our opposition like we did with Tottenham. Sometimes we do not do that.
And then it's
well. Anyway,
Pochettino was in the stand, by the way. So
Yeah.
hopefully, we can see Johnny Cardoso for the U.S. national team in the World Cup.
we'll
we
see him,
are
Castellano,
100%
McKennie, and these other players as well. They have a strong, what do you call it, World Cup squad in terms of midfielders, which is strange. They have
McKennie, Tessman, Tyler Hans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardoso could easily get into that, and so it's not bad for him. It's just I don't know what the combination is, but
he's not the starter.
He's supposed to be, but he hasn't really played for the U.S. national team last year. He got injured with an ankle injury just before he joined us, and then basically got injured again for the international break as well. So he hasn't really played in a hot minute. So that's probably why he came to watch the game, also to support Spurs. But you know.
But anyway, adding to the lineup, I thought it was perfect, literally perfect. But that Lenormand thing, I mean, he did score goals. He scores goals from time to time. We remember Real Madrid, etc. Remember he had a run-in where he had like 3 consecutive goals. But it's really a time bomb, a ticking time bomb. Sometimes he's going to make a mistake, and he does mistakes based on not having the proper defensive fundamentals, like really basic stuff, and it's a bit frustrating. But whatever. At the end of the day, we're playing against a relegation fighting team. That's what goes through my head all the time.
I think we said this during the live. I don't know if what was really frustrating is every time a ball comes into his area, he lets it bounce, which is like a defending 101. Like, you do not let a ball bounce in front of you. Address it as quickly as you can. There's a lot of like small
but the
things that he
thing
does
is, like,
wrong.
for once, like, he didn't let it bounce against Real Madrid. He literally gave it back to Mbappe.
Yeah, well, I Jesus, I don't even remind me. But it's like there was that. It's like also every time you're in a corner, you'll see him with his hands like lovingly wrapped around any player in particular, and will almost for sure pull them down. I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, he gives me no sort of like safety, like no feeling of comfort as a defender.
I would really like to ask Simeone, why did he choose Lenormand over Jimenez for this game? I really want to ask him that.
I think a better question would be, I saying this before the thing as well. They don't really have a winger, right? Today, and they didn't have any wingers. Technically, the last time we saw Molina play well was when they had no wingers and he could just bomb forward quickly. Why not just have Pubila as a centre back and just have Molina as a winger, and just as the right back?
That could be another good alternative.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's just talk about the first half. So first half, now again, I think Tottenham made it very chaotic, to be honest, because I think this is my general feeling, like not just the first half, second half. This is just my general feeling. I think we didn't create enough chances. The 4 goals we scored in the first half were all Tottenham mistakes. The first goal, Kinský slips, goes to Lukman passes it to Julián Álvarez to Llorente, goal. The second one, 1-1 slips. Griezmann shows great composure, 2-0. Third goal, Kinský literally gifted to Julián Álvarez, and then, nothing else. Fourth goal, that was a dive from Julián Álvarez. That shouldn't be a foul. That was a dive from Julián Álvarez. And then, obviously, we scored from that one, from a dive, which I think shouldn't be a foul in the first place only. That's the 4 goals we scored. And then I think the team just took it very easy after that. The defense switched off. Obviously, we're just talking about Rob Lenormand right now and Rogeri, both of them combined together for the mistake. And then it's Pedro Porro scoring the goal. Sorry, guys, I think I have kids playing over there somewhere. But yeah,
Sure.
The kids are very loud, by the way. But anyway, anyway, so the Pedro Porro scores the 4-1. So it's 4-1 in the first half. We just created one more chance. That was the Ademola Lookman chance, which Ademola Lookman congratulated Vicario for his save. And that's it. That's it. Literally, that's it. I don't remember anything else from the
But
first half.
you saw how aggressive Tottenham were all game. I mean, they even got like 6 yellow cards. They were so aggressive in every action, and I think that was the plan. Simeone planned
I am
for that.
still really mad Van de Ven did not get sent off. I don't care if it's 3-0 or
He should
4-0
have.
or whatever.
No,
He
I
just
think,
sent
I think,
it off.
I think, I don't know. I feel like the referee is kind of like sympathized with them for some
Don't care.
reason.
Take him off the
Yeah,
pitch.
don't.
Yeah,
That's his
Yeah.
record.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is what I feel like because again, first of all, they gave the free kick for Julián Álvarez, which wasn't there in the first place, and that ended up in a goal. And then with everything that was going on with Tottenham, I don't know why. I think referee kind of sympathized with Tottenham because things could have been much, much worse
It's
if
the
one
Champions
goes
League.
off. I have no idea, but this is what I believe. But anyway, first up, just look at the stats from over here right now. So we have 70% ball possession. Tottenham has 30%. Expected goals of 2.69. Total shots 9. Shots on target 5. Oh, I forgot the Llorente and Griezmann miss together from the defense side. From Liverpool.
Yes.
And then big chances 4. There you go. And then big chances missed 1. That one chance is obviously Llorente one. Yeah, should be here over here. There you go. That's the one chance Llorente missed. Wait, who's this? Griezmann at the 5th minute? I have no idea about this one. But anyway, 33. This was the chance for Lookman. This was a chance from Llorente, and then obviously the two Lenormand, and then Julián Álvarez gift, and then Llorente scoring, and then Griezmann showing great composure. So again, I would say this all was created by Tottenham itself. I don't think like we just capitalized on their mistakes. That's it. And then obviously this goal, and then Tel taking a shot from afar. Remember this, and then the Charleston, on the back foot against Lenormand as well. With I don't know why
That
Lenormand
was a
allows him to
dangerous
shoot.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was blocked, but this one, yeah, I don't know why Lenormand allowed him to shoot in the first place. But again, dominate first half for sure, but like mostly because Tottenham literally hit the self-destruct button themselves. This is what
Well,
I
but
believe. Like,
we pressed them accordingly. We forced those mistakes, even if they were very stupid. But Tottenham didn't really create any big chances either. I mean, they had, the Porro shot, but that was also a mistake from Lenormand, Ruggeri, and the other goal was also a mistake from Oblak. If we want to use that logic, we also didn't concede any big chances, and it was all mistakes.
You know what I would
is
say?
improbable.
You know what I'd say, Fran? If you looked, I don't know if anybody saw the Liverpool game earlier.
I saw it.
Galatasaray basically scored off of their first chance, right? Set piece goal and these other things. They should have scored more, but Liverpool had like 5, maybe 10 chances in the first half. But Galatasaray just couldn't manage to pass out of their own their own box, and they scored nothing from it. And I was just like, man, that's a really bad sign for a big team where you cannot punish mistakes on teams like this, especially away from home. So it's good from our point of view, where it's like as soon as they made a mistake, not only did we punish it emphatically, like immediately. So
That's a good sign.
When you do stuff like that, you force a sort of not a negative spiral into the mental. Not to praise Real Madrid, but I remember when they were in that run where with Benzema was scoring those goals. When you create that PSG game,
I mean, they do it every Champions League season. It's like the opposition makes mistake and they capitalize on it. I mean, they're so good at that.
you have to do it. That's what you have to do. As a big team, I'm certain Bayern Munich have done it many times as well. As a big team, if you force a mistake, sometimes even if you don't force a mistake, punish it immediately, every time, and you'll create more mistakes.
Makes sense. But anyway, talking about the second half now, I think there wasn't really much in the second half. The second half was much poor, to be honest, from the first half. Because if we see, look at that ball possession, 52% for Tottenham, 48 for us. They had much more XG than us. They had much more shots than us. Much more shots on target. much more big chances. And then, oh, I'm also forgetting Christian Romero miss in the first half where he hit the post. The set piece defending from us was very, very bad, which we're going to talk about obviously as we move forward. Tottenham played a much better second half. Look at the numbers. They played a much better second half. Solanke, obviously, this goal, I think we gifted them this goal from Oblak. And then Richarlison, again, this was the save from Oblak, which I think Richarlison should have scored. I think he hit straight to Oblak. And then Solanke, this one, I have no idea about this one. When did he shoot this? But anyway, one day one, I have no idea about this. When did this? Well, when did this
Weren't you
happen?
watching the game with us?
Yeah, but like, when did this
I,
thing
I, I,
happen? I can't
I do
remember.
remember those chances, but they're kind of late in the game.
But
Like,
anyway, just look at our point of view. Just one shot that was from Griezmann from here. I remember this. Just at the start of the second half, and then Julián Álvarez. That's it. Look, such a poor second half from us, guys. Like seriously, where
yeah,
we could have literally killed the tie.
Well, for me, what the tie is killed already. I mean, Tottenham have to play two incredibly intense matches before us and after us. Like they have to play Liverpool and they need to play starters because they can win that game, even if it's Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool also have to come back against Galatasaray, and they have also been pretty shaky. So, in theory, Tottenham can win that game. So they should play starters. And the Nottingham Forest game that is after us is a 6-pointer. That's a relegation fight, and against us, they can. There's
what
a
a
3-goal
crazy thing to
difference.
say while we play a Champions League tie, huh?
But there's a 3-goal difference. They will see our game and say, okay, this is really not the most important game we have this week.
To a counterpoint to that, though, Fran, I think
Mhm.
that was probably their strong. As you said, this is probably their strongest 11 they could have played against us, and the intensity that Spurs tried to put out against us was a little shocking, to be honest. I didn't expect them to come out so guns blazing in this game.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking to myself, you don't use high intensity when you could potentially get injuries, and you have a ton of injuries anyway. But
maybe that's why they have a ton of injuries.
probably as well. I mean, you have Romero and Paulinho, who, because of concussion protocol, probably miss our next game as well. I don't know if
I will check that to see if they actually missing.
because both of them had to be subbed off because
Yeah.
of the concussion. So I think it really is just a matter of you just can't play them. I don't know why he did that. That's the only part that confuses me. I get that you don't want to sit deep and just allow Atletico to just pepper you with chances. But I really thought they would have probably not been as intense as they tried to show today. On the day, I should say.
I think the second half became kind of boring, to be honest. I think Atleti just switched off. Like literally, when they saw like a comfortable scoreline, they just switched off. We just switched off. We just didn't do anything, and the substitutions didn't help as well. And we made only 4 substitutions, not even 5, which we could have made it easily.
We will address all of these questions soon. We have a notepad of the
Anyway,
questions.
yeah, there you go. But anyway, like my closing thoughts for the match would be, I think this was a self-destruct button by Tottenham themselves. Like I don't think we were that good, being honest. The 4 goals we scored were from the mistakes from Tottenham itself. The one goal that we scored, the Julián Álvarez one, that was perfect. And again, that was again very bad defending at set piece again from Richarlison. He misses, Oblak saves, Ruggieri clears, and then a very feather, kind of like a delicate touch from Griezmann to Julián Álvarez, and then he just runs past everyone to score that one goal. And then we just switched off. I think we just took it very easy. We just switched off, nothing else. We switched off that much that Oblak thought like his prime Iniesta or something, to pass it to Nico Gonzalez in the middle of the pitch where there are literally 4 or 5 Tottenham players. And then that was again, I think it was very, very bad game from Jan Oblak. And then from Lenormand, I would say his goal kind of saved his game. And then Ruggieri, like we saw at times the guy was, again, he saw some comfort, and then the guy switched. The guy literally, I don't know what he was doing half the time, like when heading the ball or like let's say going forward or making tackles. It's like when the thing I have problem with Atleti is like Fran mentioned, like the tie is over, and like and I'm gonna repeat myself again, kill the tie. Be the killers, like be like Bayern Munich, kill it off, done and dusted. Just and like if for example like for against Barcelona, 4 goals again, we let them come back. We could have scored the first goal from Lukman, from Griezmann, or maybe we could have scored 5 goals at Metropolitano as well. We were 4-0 up in the first half. Kill the tie, just kill it. Don't give any hope to oppositions. If you really want to go forward in the Champions League, you have to take your chances and kill the tie whenever you get the chance. The next, obviously, we either face Barca or Newcastle. You have to kill the tie. If you get the chances in the first leg, kill it.
You're
Don't give
doing
them
the
any hope.
you're doing that thing that I see a lot of world leaders do. You repeat yourself after doing like a key sentence and you emphasize it again. It's very interesting.
But anyway, that was my closing thoughts before we take on the questions which you guys asked us last night from the live stream. Fran, Keeks, anything you guys want to add to this?
Not too much. I think I'll address a lot of my different feelings. I think we haven't talked about certain things that we want to talk about, like for instance, the set piece defending, which was terrible. I think Oblak's distribution was shockingly bad, but you already talked about that. So yeah, everything else. I think I'll have any questions. Do you have anything you want to say, Frank?
No, regarding the Oblak distribution, he always played it safe with his passes. He never wanted to risk anything, and now he is doing it. So just go back to what you were doing. I don't know if Simeone is forcing him to find these passes, but
It's up to you
go
at the
back
end,
to yeah. But no closing thoughts really. I am confident going into the second leg, and I'm very happy with this performance. Something that worries me is the same that worried me in the weekend. That Nico Gonzalez scored 2 goals. I am worried that suddenly Simeone is going to feature him in his starting 11s constantly. The same with Robin Lenormand. He's a defender.
No, but like he came on at like 73 minutes, so he just have to play like more
in
than
the
45
Champions
minutes.
League. In the Champions League. Now he's going to feature as a starter in the league.
No. He won't. I'm telling you, he won't. He has to play 8 games. He will come in the second half. He just has to play 8.
Let's
I don't
go.
think Matthew.
I said that.
We'll talk. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that
I don't
because
think
it's following a
anyone
very
will.
worrying trend, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that just now.
Okay.
But yeah,
then.
let's get to the question.
Anyway, let's just take the questions from you guys. Yeah.
Okay, first question. Can you explain why Cardoso was invisible? Does anybody want to take that? I can take that if you want.
I'll just put this up. I don't know like how this can be invisible. Just look at the heat map of him. He was literally everywhere. Like I have no idea. Like it says like he won 3 out of 10 ground duels, which I don't know. It's like it didn't really look like it, did it?
It didn't feel that way. No, he had a lot of recoveries. I mean, duels won are very. I don't know. It's a very strange stat because sometimes it seems clear, other times it doesn't.
And not to mention, he was the player who ran the most in the game. Atleti player who ran the most in the game.
In theory, if you can't see him, that means he's running around like a headless chicken. But
there you go, 12.4 kilometers, guys. That's a number Koke used to put up in his prime.
he still can do that. But
I mean,
I
he
think-
still do that, obviously. But Cardoso, like his top speed was 31 as well, 31 kilometers per hour. So again, I think Cardoso had a good game. I don't have any problem with Cardoso. Not really invisible. I think if you're mentioning that like he didn't take any shots or like he didn't create any chances, maybe in that regards they meant in that way. But for me, Johnny Cardoso did pretty well.
he
And
also wasn't
because of
really.
the fact,
Oh, sorry. go ahead.
Lorente was, I think, occupying that offensive place much more. So that like you didn't see Cardoso that much because Lorente was there occupying that offensive place, and Cardoso was much more like a defensive backup at the moment, like
I
a 6
think-
you can say.
I think I don't know if I particularly enjoy this one part of what Simeone uses Cardoso, which is we use him almost like how Gattuso and Pulla was used in AC Milan some years ago, right? where Gattuso is just the destroyer. You can pass, you can do these other things, but his main job is just to destroy. And Pirlo is the guy who does the build-up. And it's a nice and simple understanding of midfield. But at times, I kind of feel like Cardoso being so far away from the build-up isn't really helping his potential to develop as a six. Because we could put him as a soul six and have Barrios push a little further forward, or whoever else in the attacking midfield push it further forward. And when you don't give him that build-up responsibility, in that sense, we could probably do a little more. Maybe in that sense, what he means when you say invisible. But
Fran, you want to add anything?
No, for me it was a good game. I don't think it was as bad as Invisible, but I think he covered ground quite well. He did what he had to do. It's okay if he didn't really stand out, was the highlight of the team. He did what he had to do, covered ground pretty well, cut off a lot of passes, of central passes from Tottenham, and that's what we need, Maybe he didn't feature as much, but sometimes we don't need that. And he for me, played really good. I mean, it was clear that he was the anchor that held the midfield while Llorente pushed a bit forward, and he did that very well. And he kept running, kept covering ground even as minutes progressed, and that's something that Koke maybe can't do to the fullest, because as the minutes go by, he starts feeling more and more tired. But no, for me, he was good.
yeah.
Okay, next question. Go on, Kicks.
Talk about the
You should
defense.
say next question like you're asking us. Do you have the...
Talk about the defense. So there's a lot
about
to talk about.
The defense.
I think the fact that we've conceded 20 goals in the Champions League in 11 games, and 25 in the regular season, right? You kind of have to at some point kind of address the fact that defensively we're shockingly bad in Champions League. Especially, I think when you look at Tottenham's chances yesterday, a lot of them came from set pieces, and our complete inability to defend those set pieces. That great Oblak save that eventually allowed us to get a counter-attack goal from Julián Álvarez came from us falling asleep at the wheel at the set piece. So, anybody want to answer, or should I just follow through in this?
I think, when we talk about defense, I think let's just take from the first match. The first match we played was who did we play the first match? Liverpool?
Did we play Liverpool first?
I think so.
I think so, actually. Yeah, we did play Liverpool first. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was wrong.
Liverpool, there you go. So again, the third goal we conceded, like the winner from Van Dijk, Lenormand mistake. The first two goals we conceded, Javi Galan got killed by Mo Salah. And then the second match was against hang on, let me just pull out the
Frankfurt, maybe. Yeah, we conceded one.
Frankfurt, the one goal we can again a comfortable game. We're winning by 4 goals, easy. The defense switch off. Whenever we get easy, the defense switch off. Giuliano, Gallagher again take it easy. There's a switch to Knopf, and Knopf scores the goal. No, I think Knopf lays it off to his striker, and then again they scored the goal. The third match was against Arsenal, and then again
we're not going to talk about it.
Three set pieces. Again, not good. 3 set pieces.
And then also the Miles Lewis Kelly just runs right through our midfield. Exactly. That was bad from Gallagher. That was really bad.
Exactly. There you go. And then again, like I said, that wasn't even an easy match. It's just that we were playing Jimenez, we were playing Lenormand, and then we were playing Hansko as a left back. So
why did Simeone sub off Jimenez? I can't fathom it.
And everything went to hell after that. And then after Arsenal, we played Union SG, which obviously the Union SG, again, they could have literally, equalized the game with the 2-2, and then they had the chances as well. Again, the match was going easy. Our defense switches off, and then for
Set piece goal,
Union's
mind you.
exactly from Sykes, and then again a very bad. It was Llorente who scored in the 90th minute, literally saved us because otherwise they could have had like a 2-2, and we were almost we lost point there as well. Again, whenever it gets easy, our defense switch off. Like we just not concentrated enough. The next match we played was against Inter Milan. Now that match, you see, everyone was on top of the game. Everyone was attentive because something might happen. And that match, I think, was the one where we capitalized. But again, we conceded a goal as well. We
That's just
conceded,
because Molina cannot track runners.
yeah, Zelensky went past easily, easy 1-2, easy 1-2, mind you, easy 1-2, and then Zelensky scored the goal. The next one after that was, and again,
PSV.
Jimenez saved us. The PSV again, the Ricardo Pepi goal from the corner, again from a corner, by the way.
You're gonna skip past Molina just giving millions of chances in the first half.
I mean, yeah, Till scored the goal. I think that was very good counter attack from PSV. I can't really say that. I have to credit PSV over there. That was a very good goal from Till, the first one. That was a very good counter attack. But anyway, the next one, Galatasaray. Again, we all know a stupid mistake at Galatasaray as well. And then Llorente with the OG, where he couldn't just clear the ball. Another mistake. But anyway, and then the last one is obviously I think it was Bodo. And we all know, like, the second goal was the most chaotic goal I've seen in a very long time. Like, like block,
Strange
shoot,
how
block.
error prone. As you go back over it, and it's just like, wow, we've made an error in almost every single one of these games.
Yep.
Not
Exactly.
even just
And then,
set piece, we just every time.
Club Brugge. Again, the Club Brugge game, the round of 16. Again, you guys can see Onyedika, Tresoldi, Solis at the last minute, where like we were just talking Molina being, like solely responsible for the 2 goals they scored. I think maybe for the 3 goals as well. The way
To be honest,
they
yeah.
scored. And then the 1 goal they scored again was from a corner, if I'm not wrong.
There's a theme here. There's a theme, and the theme right now is our set piece defending is atrocious. Right?
Like, okay, like I don't know who it was. Like he won the first header, and then obviously it was just a tap in for the defender. And then we go to this game. Another set piece defending was very bad. Richarlison got a chance, and then Christian Romero got the chance, and then obviously Oblak gifted the goal again. And then the first goal that we again defensive errors. I would just say just 1 goal was good. That was the PSV first goal. That was a good goal. The rest 19 goals, all defensive errors. All defensive errors. I can pinpoint the players who were responsible for those goals. But anyway, guys, what else you wanna add on this one on the defensive
Yeah, friend.
priority?
There's not much to add. There
Yeah.
were errors in every game.
Alex did a full deconstruction.
Yeah, literally every goal we conceded. But
I
no,
didn't even realize how bad it was. You know what? Yeah, fair enough. I think
you have to
answered that
consider.
perfectly.
You have to consider that some of these games were without Shawnee, most of these games actually, and at times you saw that our midfield coverage in defense was awful. Like I remember the Bodo Golim goal where Julián Álvarez was trucking around into the box pretty much, and there were literally tons of free space on the edge of our box. But yeah, just stupid defensive mistakes. Maybe if we correct some mini mistakes, we can see like 10 goals less. But I am very afraid. I know it's getting a lot ahead of ourselves, like a million times, but I am very worried if we go through and play against Newcastle or even go through and play against Arsenal, we're cooked. We're cooked.
Like you can't make these mistakes. You can't make these mistakes again. These sides. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I didn't even say Arsenal, like Newcastle. Newcastle are really good at corners.
Yeah, I don't see anybody stopping Dan Burn in here.
Yeah,
and that's assuming Newcastle can make it through, or we make it through it into like to the semis to get play Arsenal or something. I don't know.
Anyway, next question. Next question.
Yeah. Next question. Great deconstruction by you, Alex. Was Lookman good? That's the question. Very
Was
simple question, but a very complicated answer.
I
I'll just say this. I'll just say this. Like I think we didn't utilize Lukman that well. He played 69 minutes. I think he did pretty well. For me, he did pretty. He was decent. He wasn't bad. He wasn't good as well. For me, he was something like Giuliano as well in this match. The thing was, I think Tottenham made it say so chaotic in the first half that like we couldn't really see anything from our players because we were 3-0 up by Tottenham mistake.
Mhm.
And then after that, like like we just, I think, like I said, like our players switched off, so we were just having fun. So like that's why maybe we didn't see Lukman much. But I think in 1v1 situation, Lukman was still pretty good for me in the match.
Okay.
He created that chance in the first half for Griezmann and Llorente, which should have been an assist, by the way. Should have been an assist, but it is what it is. I don't know if it says chance creation over here one or not.
Wasn't that a Ruggieri cutback?
Was it Ruggieri? Oh yeah, sorry, that was Ruggieri. Yeah, Lookman holded up the play. That was
Don't worry,
my
there's a
bad.
question for Ruggieri on here too. All right.
But I think maybe he should have scored one goal, maybe. But I would say Giuliano and Lookman were pretty much the same. I think we didn't utilize the wings that much. I think the all of the goals that went were from the middle of the pitch. So that's why you could see Llorente, Julian, and then Griezmann. But
What do you
anyway, France.
what do you feel, Ron?
no, it's true that Alex said that we didn't attack through the wings a lot. I mean, Lookman and Jimenez didn't stand out. Pupil didn't stand out even with his runs forward. Ruggeri, meh. So it's really the game wasn't there, but I feel like having Lookman there adds a piece, a pinch of danger and to the opposition that they need to pay attention to that and they need to be on the lookout for where Lookman is and where he's going to attack. But Porro wasn't really defending Lookman that much. It was more Danso going against him, and Danso is a really good defender. It's not a non-defensive wing back like we saw with Kunde, Porro, etc. So Danso is a really solid defender, and he managed Lookman quite well. But he still got one chance on goal, which Kinský, no, Vicario saved, and he created two chances. So at the end of the day, he did good. He had some chances. His presence adds a bit of danger to the team that needs to be addressed by the opposition. So over having him there was positive yesterday, but it's okay. He can not get a goal and assist one game, but I really did want him to get one.
I agree.
But I liked him.
Anyway, next one, Keeks.
Yeah. I have something to say on Lookman, but I'll leave it for the subs thing because I there is a little concern there. Can you explain Ruggieri's mindset? This is for Alex. This is for Alex specifically.
It says it in the question, like, for Alex.
No, I'm giving it to Alex because I know we call it. Wait, I just remember, like, for instance, that backheel pass that Ruggieri did in that Barcelona game. I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
What's a guy?
Or we're 5-1 up and then Ruggieri heads the ball down onto the floor. It's like, what are you doing?
It's so funny.
I mean, I don't know what like you wanna call it. Like, Fran was calling him autistic. I think that guy is much more like a vibes kind of guy. Like, like someone has to like wake him up, like, by holding him from shoulder, like, oh, like, get into the game like that after every 10, 15 minutes. Because whenever he sees comfort, like he just relaxes. He just have fun. So like unless until Simeone has to, I think, shout every 10, 15 minutes to Jerry, like, wake up, we're in the game, be on your toes. For Ruggieri, I think I don't see him as a future over here, even though like he has a very good, he's having a very good 2016, obviously. But I don't see his future at Atletico de Madrid. We need a serious left back, someone who's very disciplined over here, and I don't see to JD being one of that guy.
Fair enough. Let's go to the next question. I don't think I want to finish anymore. This one is, I think, a bit of a thing, which is the subs. Simeone's subs were disgraceful. Is what it's not really a question, but more a statement. But I would say I didn't like any of these subs. Obviously, Barrios, I think, played well. A little muted because we didn't really have a lot of possession or dangerous possession in the second half. But in a game where we're 5-1 up, there was no reason to put on Barrios there.
Yeah.
I think it was you're risking something that you don't need to risk.
Especially considering how aggressive Tottenham were.
Yeah, right. You could potentially risk an injury, maybe even a worse injury than a re-aggravation in this game by putting on Barrios. And when we have other options off the bench, it feels like it's a not necessary decision to do either. Solot, completely useless for those 20 minutes he was on that pitch. I don't know what to tell you. Nico Gonzalez is the part where I actually start to feel a little concerned because Nico Gonzalez got a brace on the weekend, right? He's barely featured recently. And it gives me a concern because it's like if Lookman, who didn't have a bad game yesterday, in Simeone's mind has a replacement in Nico Gonzalez, is a concern because you're trying to put Nico Gonzalez in potentially protagonist positions where he very clearly showed today he cannot do that. And that same back pass with Oblak, Nico Gonzalez just like freezes and just allows Tottenham to just play through. He's terrible defensively.
No, I mean, even that was a bad pass. Like,
it was a bad pass. And it is Oblak's fault. It's just that Nico Gonzalez is never there defensively to help you out in comparison to Lookman. You know what I mean? Lookman gives you the defense and the offense. Nico Gonzalez gives you sometimes offense and nothing defensively. That's what
I think the Nico Gonzalez cameo in this match was pretty much the reward he did on the weekend.
I hope that's the extent of the reward because it reminds me very negatively about the Longley thing where Longley was basically on his way out, scores a goal against Girona, and is just like, we could keep this guy.
Matter.
I'm shocked sometimes.
One thing about Nico Gonzalez is that in the weekend, where he scored the 2 goals, he got a lot of chances as well, attacking through the right side. So we think of him as a Giuliano Simeone alternative. I am not that angry. Of course, always starting off the bench, but it's nice that Giuliano has an alternative because so far he hasn't had one, and Nico Gonzalez enters in his spot when Giuliano is playing not that well. I don't mind, but to think of Nico Gonzalez as a Lookman alternative when you have Baena and even Almada on the bench is a bit stupid.
Yeah, I think maybe he thought like Nico Gonzalez might provide something defensively.
He's never done that.
Might. I said might. I
mean, what's a good example?
You're laughing right now. I don't know how you will feel when Scaloni will play him as a left back in the World Cup.
He's not going to play.
The thing is, unfortunately, Argentina has no left backs. I mean, he could give some chances to Valentin Barco, but he's not going to. But wait,
I don't know why.
Anyway, the idea, the concept of Nico Gonzalez is that, okay, this guy runs a lot. And sometimes people tie running a lot with helping defensively, which those two do not go together. Nico Gonzalez runs a lot, but does not help defensively. And I fear that Simeone has that idea of him that, okay, this guy runs a lot, he's going to give me something defensively. No, he's not. But anyway, adding to the changes, I didn't want Pablo Barrios to enter, especially looking at the subs Tottenham made. Like Barrios is entering the pitch right after Conor Gallagher and Joao Palhinha enter. I fear for my life there. Sorloth didn't do anything. Nico Gonzalez didn't do anything. And Koke, I mean, it was all right. He didn't have enough time.
It's like 10 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that Bayern got no minutes, a little confusing to me because you could have easily subbed him on.
He'll start.
He probably will, but there's no reason to not play him here.
That's a fair point.
I'd argue there was even a reason to play Almada there because Almada, even though I think he has similar.
If you look at like Obed Vargas could have been used. I mean, we still had one sub left. We just made 4 subs. We still had one sub left.
You could have made
Obed Vargas by now, and then
I would have.
you have
You could even put Julio Diaz because Ruggiero is making some really bad mistakes there.
Okay. now he wanna switch to Julio Diaz from Baina to Julio Diaz. Then like he's like, oh, you know.
No. You understand what I'm saying though? Is like you had options to if you were going to be passive in this game, give your chances to some of the players who you don't see as often. Solot was effectively useless, so there was no reason to have him on the pitch.
Such a nice sunset is happening over here towards my left hand side.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
what's the reason behind putting Sorloth on apart from
and taking off Alvarez?
Sorloth is there. I need to put him on for some reason.
No, I think the plan was to get control of the long balls from the back.
But does that not happen with Sorloth?
That was the plan. That was the plan. Like that's the only thing I see. That was the plan. Like every clearance, every long ball goes in. Like Sorloth will try to control it and then give us time and space.
Leave Julián Álvarez there. He controls long balls far better for me. No.
Yeah, but
anyway.
You need I think it's what Simeone went for, a physical presence up front, which we talked about.
Put Julio Diaz up top. He controls long balls better.
Come on. Now you're making. Milking.
But yeah,
don't forget. Sorloth might be the reason Tottenham might get relegated. He made 2 players clash between each other.
That wasn't his fault, and I feel bad for both Romero and Paulinho.
That was completely his fault. It's like he does such a bad touch, the ball bounces, he just moves back. He just moves back. Romero and Paulinho didn't even see each other. He just moves back, and then bam, it's like 2 trains coming in.
It was I was checking the Twitter, the news outlets from Tottenham, and none really talk about the concussion protocol, but the fans are talking about the concussion protocol and that they're going to miss even 14 days. So
how many games?
No, 14 days out, probably.
Oh, is that 10. What it is in the Premier League? It's a week for us.
Damn, that's gone. So they're gone for the.
I think it's because of the fact that he literally stopped on the pitch and just said he couldn't continue effectively.
Yeah, because they had no subs. They had no subs left. Yeah, but it was interesting because Romero pretty much wanted to keep going, but he couldn't.
True. Anyway, guys, Keeks, do we have more questions?
Nah, those are the questions for today.
There you go, guys.
So all the questions.
Just like this, guys.
All of the reasonable questions.
Just like this, guys. You guys can ask us questions. We'll address them here. We're gonna add this section for you guys, which is questions from you.
So we'll take any questions from live streams or the comment section after the games in these reviews.
Anyway, good question as well. Don't keep asking how many girlfriends Keeks have or how many beauty pageants.
I shut this down on the live stream. Leave it alone, please. And thank
don't
you.
Ask these type of don't ask these kind of questions. You can DM him about this.
If you DM me any of these questions, I'm immediately blocking you.
Please
immediately.
There were rumors about St. Cakes being Mr. Trinidad and Tobago, that beauty pageant. But anyway, anyway, guys, let's just go to ratings. Yano Black.
Weird game. He had some really good saves, and at the same time, absolutely horrendous on the ball. I don't know how I feel about him. I think 6, maybe 5 or a 6 is fair. I don't know. The mistake is bad. But
a 4 for me. It's a 4.
For me, 6 because he also made a crucial save. He created a goal and also conceded.
I'll do a 5 so I can be the in between. You feel
But
me?
he literally
No.
created a goal. So what he
I mean,
gave, he took.
that was straight at him as well. But
Yeah,
okay,
but
fine.
I think a
Four
keeper
is
shouldn't make that kind of mistake. I think it's bad. I think it's kind of
for me.
bad.
It's a
And it's not like one or two. It's not one
exactly,
mistake. It was
exactly,
several.
exactly. There you go.
Well, for me, 6.
Okay. 4, 5, and
Alright,
6. All right, cool.
fine. 6, 7, whatever. Anyway, we go into the right back, Mark Pubil. We didn't really see him much, to be honest.
I think it's
But
7, but we didn't. He was good, but
yeah,
He was really good
7.
at if you check, I don't think he missed any duels. He won every duel, I think. Or he maybe
Nice.
lost one of the ground duels. He was really
imagine if
solid
we
at
had
what he had
him
to.
in centre back, huh? Imagine if we had him instead of Lenormand in centre back.
was really solid at
Yeah,
winning.
Pubil won 4 out of 6 ground duels and 4 out of 4 aerial duels. So that's good.
I mean, he was really solid. He didn't stand out per se, but he was really solid. I mean, the thing is, Tottenham don't really have a really huge presence down that side. We talked about it with Kish in the preview. Their wingers, their good wingers, are out. The ones who create the most danger, injured. So, I mean, it really. I mean, Pubil was only playing right back because we needed Llorente in midfield to be aggressive, but he was solid. So I'd say 7 is all right. No,
7, yeah.
Okay, Lenormand for me fought for the first goal for sure, but he scored the goal as well. So I
6.
think I'll give it a 6.5.
6. I think he made as you have to get like a point for a goal, but he made so many He was the defensive mistake constantly in our back line. I hated everything about what I saw today. But whatever, you
Also,
got to go
guys,
6.
I'm gonna turn on the light because the sunset is there. I'm sitting in the dark right now. Go in front on Lenormand.
yeah, the goal tax, but I'd say 6.5, 6. If it weren't for the goal,
I would have been harsher, but whatever.
Okay, who's next?
Hanko. Good game, to be
Anshko.
honest.
Anshko, good game, but I think a 7. I think there
No,
were
for me,
times
he
when
was-
I think he was out of position.
7.5. I think he should have he had a really good chance at the edge of the box. But when Van de Ven hit that red card like clear, it's like a thing against him. But
no, for me, he was the standout of the defense. For me, he
Yeah.
was 8.
I think he was really good.
A 7
Yeah.
for me, but okay.
His
7 for me.
passes as well.
Okay,
Ruggieri.
next Ruggieri, same as Lenormand, 6.5. 6 actually. Lenormand scored a goal. He didn't do anything. Maybe almost gave an assist for sure. A 6.
I agree with 6.
Yeah, okay, let's move on.
Juliano, 7. We didn't really see him, to be honest. We didn't really see him.
Did
7.
well, don't remember him.
A 7.
I
That's
no,
for the vibe.
but
That's for the vibe.
being honest, I literally don't remember him touching a ball. He probably did, but I don't remember.
Juliano had 53 touches. Juliano had 53 touches.
What?
Yeah, he had a lot of influence. I just don't remember it.
He
Yeah,
had
I don't remember.
he had 30 from 38 passes, and I mean it's just like Tottenham made it very chaotic that like we didn't really see. Like I said, for Lookman Giuliano, like there were no attacks happening from the whites, on the flanks. But
Llorente, possible man of the match contender. To be honest with you, really good.
Lore-
keeper.
Third
mm,
man of the match.
Yeah,
third man of the match, yeah.
Like top 3.
8.5 for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, 8.5.
Johnny,
Johnny, I would say 7.5.
That's
Okay.
actually perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. We
look,
talked about
Okay,
him.
Lookman, 7, same as Giuliano.
I'd say so too.
Yeah,
Okay, Julián Álvarez,
no,
a
the
10.
2 man of the matches.
Yeah.
Julián Álvarez, a 10 for me, a 10, perfect 10. Scored 2 goals, provided an assist as well, a perfect 10.
Okay.
For me, Julián, 9.5 because my man of the match is the other guy.
I was
Oh,
gonna
wow.
say the same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Because Griezmann shocked me. I didn't expect he was gonna have that kind of performance.
Griezmann with a goal and assist. For me, 9.5 because for me the man of the match has to be 10, so 9.5.
For me,
You know what?
10,
I'm
10
giving
Griezmann.
10 to Alvarez and 9.5 to Griezmann.
No,
Wow.
I'm on the Alvarez train. I'm sorry. I have
I
to.
am also. No, I am also. But Griezmann's
Griezmann was
performance
brilliant.
yesterday,
Nah, Griezmann was really good.
He
I had to
was.
stand up and applaud.
Yeah.
True. But for me, Julián Álvarez was the man of the match.
It's
Geek
okay.
says Julián
It's
Álvarez as
fine.
well.
It's fine. Great
But
performance from
anyway,
both of them, yeah.
substitutions. I think this is where we gave away the game in the second half. Paulo Barrios, I can't really remember anything. I think
Five,
it's
six.
six.
He had
Six,
he had a really good long ball to Griezmann.
That's it.
But yeah, that
That's
was
it.
kind of it.
I understand the need to play Varys because he need to gain minutes, match sharpness. But in a game
Not
this
this-
aggressive made no sense. But yeah, he wasn't bad, but I don't remember him doing anything standout. So probably 6.5, 6.
Okay, Sorlot, the same Ashley 6.
5.
5.
Wouldn't give him that high. He was
Yeah,
basically
5.
useless. I don't
did
remember.
remember him. I did remember him doing things, and the things he did badly.
He won 3 out of 3 aerial duels, by the way.
Okay.
He always
Did he do
wins.
anything? Did he do anything with it?
No. He always
But
wins in the air, but the thing he does
Fine.
with that is not good. Like his headers to goal.
fine.
He
You're
wins
saying
the
5.
header.
Yeah,
but-
6. I'm sticking with 6. You're saying 5.
5. I'm being kind by saying 5, by the way.
Anyway,
Keep going.
Nicholas Gonzalez.
Mid.
So, like, yeah, 4.
4. I really didn't want to see you today.
And then Koke, I can't really rate Koke. He just came out for the last.
Barely
2
came
minutes.
on.
Yeah.
That's good. So there you go, guys. Those were the ratings, and again, it ended up as a long episode. So thank you so much if you hanged on, listening to our voices until an hour.
We
Thank
need
you so
to
much.
put like if you reach these points, comment this word. How many people-
Okay, all right. If you reach this point, you can comment Mr. Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see how many people can get this. But anyway, guys, just like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon for the preview of the match against Getafe. And then also, I'm going to say it again, you can support us by becoming a member and by super chats as well, just to help us get rid of that duck, which is sitting right beside St. Keeks. And then until then, Opa Leti, guys. Just like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.